All right. This is a summary for day four. Rather interesting, or I'm sorry, it's a day three summary. Now I'm in day four, actually. So, interesting things to report. Day three was very interesting in its own way. Um, and basically, with clear days one and two, with really no everything running smoothly. Day three noticed a ramp up of uh, the boogeyman, specifically towards the end, like the last 10 minutes of the sleep phase. I found that three times this rather interesting pattern. Three times, I would be sitting there. I'd have 10 minutes left to my sleep, and I'd sit there and think, well, I'm just gonna sit here and tough it out. I'm gonna tough it out and just by the power of my awareness, I'm going to continue for the last 10 minutes so I can go right to sleep. And then what ended up happening in all three cases was ended up falling asleep while sitting. Um, and when I woke up, it was at my scheduled time to wake up from that nap. So I ended up like doing the nap from a seated position. This happened in the second phase, and then in the fourth phase, and then again in the fifth phase. And so, I mean, that's really, I've never seen anything like that before, really. That pattern like that. But seeing as how it's irregular, and I didn't break out of the sleeping pattern. I mean, it can't really be called an oversleep. It's just an irregular way of getting sleep, and it's slightly out of time and posture and whatnot. So that means that I'm really gonna have to show some discipline on day four. I mean, maybe I'm just not having that level of discipline that I need to. I needed to put that put that boogie man down, and then enforce full discipline. So, and I'm sure that would get me better results in my adaptation. I guess. So day four now is the day to do it. Another thing I wanted to report was that yeah, I was able to work on day three. I mean, of doing the Uberman. I mean, usually day three you're supposed to be like, like nodding out and everything. Not me. I was doing great. Although the boogeyman was there, and that's the amazing thing. I actually was I actually was able to overcome the boogeyman through work. Which is, you do different things to overcome the boogeyman. You stand up, you go walking, you wash your face, you do different things. Well, another thing that I found that actually never tried this before is work. I mean, basically going to work and using that as the distraction to overcome the boogeyman. Now that just shows a couple things. I mean, maybe it shows how well I'm used to the Uberman now. That's my third try. Maybe it shows how easy my new job is. I mean, I actually had my supervisor joking with me, on the line there, and I'm sitting there like the boogeyman is like totally chasing me down. The supervisor's listening to my calls and starts joking with me on the phone, like through text message, and I'm like, I can't believe it. I was having so much fun, and defeating the boogeyman through work. I mean, whoa, and that's see, this is going to be a key that ensures my success because I'm able to work. Even though I'm in the like day three of adaptation on Uberman, like the hardest thing you can do. Um, I mean, I hope that continues through the rest of my adaptation because once I get past like a week and everything, once I get into that 7 days, it's gonna be smooth. Like it's gonna some things start to go smoothly. I guess it was interesting. There was a young woman, on YouTube that I saw. in the last sleep phase, I was watching it, and she apparently had been doing the Uberman for like 9 weeks or something. Um, and she made an interesting distinction that I had never heard of before, and that is you can be adjusted but not fully adapted. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. Adjusted versus adapted. Okay, so adjusted, means that you got the habit down of the schedule, and your body is even functioning in with REM sleep. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're adapted yet because you still have the boogeyman that hasn't. You still haven't put the boogeyman down. To where you're you're adapted but not yet fully adjusted. Very interesting, very interesting. But I guess the number one determiner is going to be a regular work schedule. When I get into a regular work schedule and actually seeing more work, actually having more hours logged into work, then I know that I mean, I can only say that I'm adapted when that happens. Because if I'm outperforming my monophasic self at work, that's pretty much proof. That's pretty much proof that you know I'm I'm adjusted. So, or is that adapted? But it's pretty much proof right there. So, let's see. I guess that covers it. Day four, I've got to come out strong on day four, um, and really nail it down. Really, don't let that boogeyman come out and it manifests itself at the very end like that. Make sure to enforce full discipline. I want to get all green lights, all green lights on day four, and I'll be ready for a really good day five. And day five is probably going to be, well, let's just see what day four has to bring. Okay, so far, hey, I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. The boogeyman's not really here. I feel great. Day four. All right. Talk to you soon.